This is a playtest, previously in Wall World. You can pause on these screens to read the lore, pause to read here as well. This includes the lore from both Wall World 1 and its DLC, and here's the last segment of the lore. And here we have fresh lore, new game, Wall World 2, beautiful art, prologue, little cutscene, moving us down over here, showing us this. We can't go any farther down than that. Last mine for today. Explore the mine. This is the mine right over here. Go ahead and mine our way into this using our Robo Spider right over here. This is the Robo Spider. This is us over here inside of our exosuit, and this is our laser cutter, I believe it's called. We break these rocks with our plasma drill, and when they drop resources, we collect them with the vacuum, except for these ones. This little diamond dust over here, every rock has that. It automatically collects and goes over to here, and that's a meta currency you can use in between like missions and runs. The Zyrex are attacking. If you didn't really pause to read the lore, the Zyrex are bugs that are attacking us. They attack us on the wall. These are Zyrex. Go ahead and use our machine gun to shoot those off. For this first mine here, like in the little cutscene, first mission here, it's not letting me detach from the mine and walk around, but normally in fights you can do that. And also, this is a playtest. There will be bugs. There will be things that need to be worked on. And one thing I've noticed so far is that like the screen shake goes crazy. I feel like that could be dialed down a little bit. As I do the video here, I will be giving feedback to developers in case they see this video because, I mean, they probably will. They're the ones that gave me the key to the first Game Man's DLC, so clearly they know I exist. These purple things right here, you drop that, I can pick them up with the vacuum. This thing has two purposes. It mines and also vacuums up things. You can see over here, this little blue bar shows me how full I am. It's flashing red. I'm trying to vacuum things up, don't have room. But you can kind of vacuum things along and bring them with you back over to the Robo Spider. And you drop them off, and that little 10 right there means I now have 12, or actually 2 more, is 12 in stock. I can reconnect and press F and upgrade something if I want to. I can improve my plasma cutter drilling efficiency by +5. So now when I go back in, my plasma cutter has better drilling efficiency. Also, pay attention to these different blocks. Some of them will mine blocks. Some will mine faster than others because they have different, basically, density. So even though I got an upgrade, it doesn't feel like I'm going insanely faster because, well, some of the rocks are just more durable than others. Even though they look pretty similar. Go ahead and mine some more of this ore, get some more purple, and keep exploring the mine. Drop off some more resources over here. It's another 12 exactly for us, up to 18 total, because I spent 6 last time. And now I can buy something else. We'll go for +15 drilling efficiency, so we can mine even better. And now we're mining a lot faster. +15 is a nice increase for us, so we're really carving through it now. If you don't know, I have played Wall World 1 on the channel multiple times. It's one of my favorite all-time games, and I'm super excited for Wall World 2. Obviously, there are different resource types. We got some white over there, I forget what it's called. Diamonds, maybe, I don't know. Get some more movement speed so we can move faster through the mine, 20% faster. Upgrading in our Robo Spider, we can upgrade ourselves, our exosuit, our weapons, also the spider itself, and weapons, all kinds of stuff. Got some really dense rocks back here. And here we have a relic. We picked that up and wants us to bring the relic back to the spider, so we'll do that. Go ahead and drop this off over here, and we get the drone system. It automatically shoots nearby enemies with a machine gun of its own. Ben, do you copy? This is urgent. Get back to town immediately, we have an emergency. Copy that, what happened? Zyrex activity has increased, they've launched a massive attack on the town. There's too many, we can't hold them back. I'm on my way. Get back to town. Go! No, it's not playing around. She said, don't waste a second, just get back over here. So we were running straight up that wall, and I'm not going to let go of up. Just moving up over. So far, it's just these little bugs. We find the town over here. This is where we all live. This kind of core on the wall over here. We just seem to have some kind of like, we're shooting, these are like puffs of air, and we're shooting like rockets out, and the rockets are destroying them. Great defenses. And now in here, what's this? Little cutscene. What is this purple, like this black thing with purple little gems on it? It's going into the the exosuit of that guy we dealt with before in Wall World 1. It's some kind of weird entity, humanoid now. The situation is getting worse. The sensors on the wall are going off non-stop. Part of the swarm was distracted by patrols. This will buy us some time to build fortifications. You think they'll get into the city? I'm sure of it. Then I better go back and help the boys. Wait, I have a request for you. What the? The screen's shaking. What's happening? We have an intruder! This is a first. They're inside. We're running. This is great. I love it. We're going. She's going inside the Robo Spider with me. Okay. Escape. All right, we gotta get out of here. We're abandoning the core, running from, apparently these are the fingers of the Leviathan. The Leviathan is some huge entity, and these are just the fingers that are attacking us. Weird fingers that they have. This thing over here, you can't damage it. It is immune to damage, so we're just gonna run up away. I keep shooting it because for whatever reason, but we're just trying to escape right now. He's attacking with a beam. We need to dash. Luckily, you do have it over here. So go ahead and dash past that. It has a electrical beam now. Purple beam, okay. And now we have these fly guys coming, but now they have these little crystals attached to them. So the game apparently has some kind of like crystal theme going on. I see here these like purplish crystals going on. And this is a fight here where we just have to keep shooting these guys down. Eventually put his legs down. We shoot the little purple things on his legs, otherwise they block us. And we keep going up and up for a while. And each time it has, you know, 2 this time and then 3 the next time. But as long as we keep dashing past this, we'll be alright. It's got 3 this time. If I don't shoot them down fast enough, this little mouth-biting thing will get me. Gotta be careful, it could be a one-shot for all I know. Does this thing eat through its fingers? And we get back to base over here, and the base shoots it down with even bigger rockets and some kind of like laser beam of its own. And it runs away. We barely escaped. Sooner or later, they'll break through here too. Do you have a plan already? A cloaking device. It'll help hide us from their sensors. We don't have the technology yet. We'll check the white spider. We can't break through the swarm. We're stuck here. We can use her transporter. We can go by air. But we have to remove all the upgrades from the spider. It can't handle the extra weight. And we can't get those upgrades back. We've got to do it. Go to the map, huh? Look at this. There's a map and we can move up and down it. Look, it's the bridge. And then there's the core from down below. What's this right there next to the bridge? If we click on this, and we send out our flying transport thing over here to the top side of the wall, and bypass the swarm that was like blocking us in. Find the white spider remains. It's raining out now. Cool little transport thing, just kind of flies us over. Up the wall, and the wall's got like bumps on it, and we're kind of like, interesting. Look at how the spider moves. They stepped up their game for Wall World 2. There's the spider, destroyed. I found the spider's remains. Dock to the cave and I'll send drones to collect the materials. Check the pilot's suit, there should be an access code there. I'm not sure I have 2 drones around me. Oh, those are the drones that are those are her drones that are scanning the system. Look at them scanning it, very cool. Interesting. I'll go ahead and explore this cave over here. That's the escape pod from earlier. And there's his helmet by the looks of things. Where's the rest of the suit? The thing carried it off. White access codes. White spider access codes. I've got the codes. I want to look at a couple more spots. Don't transfer us yet. Zeus's body is gone. The dead don't walk. Look at this. We've got the... I think those are the legs from the other spider, or parts of it attached to us over here. Interesting. Now we're exploring the wall, carrying parts of the white spider on us. And here's the giant hole in the wall. Wall World. I love it. One of my favorite all-time games. And now we get a sequel. And now we're going inside the wall. Moving horizontally in my wall world? You better believe it. Go inside of here. Got some kind of roots blocking the path. Some kind of tree structure. So things can grow inside the wall. It's not just lifeless rock. Gotta find something to cut them. What's this? There's somebody on the other side. Is that the thing we saw earlier, or is that a person? Just saw someone. Gotta keep going. The swarm has spotted us. We only have a couple minutes. Jill, I'm in the hole. You won't believe it. There is someone in it. People. There's no time. Get out. Alright, go ahead and get out of here. And we kind of transport back. We're back in the core. What have you lost at the hole? I couldn't help it. My grandpa had been there, and the white spider was guarding it. I wanted to understand something. At least you're okay. Thanks. By the way, why didn't you just send the drones to get the parts? I wasn't really needed there. I can't see the white spider. What do you mean? My sensors can't spot it. Without a signal, drones are blind. Is that the cloaking we need? Something like that. Plus I suspect that the monsters are having some difficulty detecting it too. I'm gonna figure out how it works. Please do something useful while I work. Go out into town. Wants me to enter the lab. I can run. Just run around, we got some characters around here, I love it. Go to the lab over here. Got parts for sale. Look at this guy, a customer. Come in, quick. What do you sell? Upgrades to suits for hardworking diggers toiling in inhumane conditions. We can buy stuff. Exoturbines, Volt Digger speed plus 10%. Not sure what the Volt Digger speed is. Is that my Robo-Spider? They're permanent upgrades. Okay, now it wants me to go to the bar. Okay, so I'll run over to the right. It's a bar inside of, like, a car? Alright, let me in. Drink up and talk to this guy. Weren't you the one who raced the Leviathan? The very same. In that case, the first one's on me. That was exciting. Bar menu, he offers us drinks. I can increase damage by 15%, but I don't have any currency. We need to keep it in currency from that first, tutorial section. But we can drink these to give ourselves boosts when we go into future runs. Well, back to Jill's workshop. Everything is ready, spick and span. I've got good news and bad news. You can only equip the spider with machine gun, but this compromise will allow you to take it to different areas of the wall, because the weight's too heavy for the other weapons from the first game. You can now change spider modules to suit your needs. Look at this! We can swap the hull, we can swap the chassis. We only have the one hull for now. We have these are our default legs. We can swap over to the legs we got from the spider we looted. Evacuation protocol so the transporter can find you anywhere. But you have to activate the beacon and wait for the transporter. Cloaking's a bit useless when you have a working beacon, so be prepared to fight back until the transporter arrives. So there's a swarm going around the wall, but we're cloaking and hiding from it. But when we try to transport back, the cloak goes away and they come and attack us, so we have to wait for the transport to come get us. So these boots have better speed but lower durability. These ones have higher durability but less speed, so you can pick which one you want. And now we go to the wall, and you can go to a new area, the Rusty Belt. And there's a research bar, there's a Zyrex activity bar. The higher it goes, the more complications we'll face. Once we get to here, there'll be an extra swarm, the bar can fill faster. So basically the areas get harder the more you do them. We can click this mission over here. It's got something times 7 is at the difficulty. Normal times 7, save the miners. And that'll give me half the research on the area. So the more you mess around the Rusty Belt, the harder the Rusty Belt gets. And we fly on over. I love it. Act 1. Save miners. 3. This is the Leviathan bar. Okay. So basically it'll fill up from left to right. Every time it hits one of these things over here, we'll fight an enemy wave. And once it reaches all the way to the right, the Leviathan comes, which I imagine will probably kill us. I think we're supposed to get out before it arrives. Go ahead and drop ourselves in over here. Nice little animation. So far, I am very impressed with what we're seeing here. I'm super excited. Go ahead and work our way in. This little thing over here shows us how close we are to the miners. It's like a detector. It's lit up so we know there's one inside of here, so we do want to explore this mine and try to find the miner that's inside of it. And so each time, so basically the way I figured out this works is each time we go in, there's missions. Basically, in each mission, your progress on, inside the run resets. So if I upgraded my machine gun a bunch, for example, and then I leave this mission and go back to base, and then I come back into the next mission, all the upgrades on the machine gun within a run itself resets back to 0 because the lore is it's too heavy to bring it all back or something like that. Got some weird looking thing over here. What's that? Drop on my resources. Gotta get our upgrades. Go get some more drilling perhaps. Keep on cooking in. Go ahead and free this thing over here. Whatever it is, I can damage it with my my plasma cutter over here. And something just happened. Something popped out of it and exploded on me. There it goes. We can destroy whoever it is. Or I can ignore it and let it go past me. Very durable, but we can destroy it. And they disappeared. Probably exploded when they hit the wall. And there's another one. Drop off some goods over there. Look at this, there's enemies in the mines. Try to keep your distance, they can kill you. Attack with the drill to get rid of them. If your health drops to 0, the mission fails. So up until now, this wasn't even on the screen at all. Which is why that previous enemy did no damage to us, because we just were basically invulnerable during like that tutorial section, but now enemies can actually hurt us. Invulnerable inside the mine here. Obviously outside the mine we were still very vulnerable. Here's another one. Get hit on purpose here, and it looks like we have a shield, and the shield takes some of that hit, and it slowly recharges here inside the mine, actually pretty quickly. Go ahead and get some more drilling efficiency, plus 15. That'll also reset each time we go into mission, so we're doing a mission here. The mission to save 3 miners. So we only need to get enough upgrades on our Robo-Spider there to help us complete the mission and exit safely. There's no need to worry about trying to like fully upgrade everything. But you will need some of those upgrades to get the mission done. These things take a while to destroy. So it's one of these things where maybe you're better off just ignoring them rather than taking the time to destroy them, because it is kind of like a time-sensitive situation over here. The time seems pretty generous here, but it's also the first mission, and we haven't increased the Zyrex activity thing back on the Rusty Belt thing over there to make them attack faster yet. This thing's going to speed up the more we do the Rusty Belt runs. We found the miner, just chilling over there. What's up, dude? Throws his hand up and rejoice, and now we got one. Only 2 left to get. Got plenty of time, might as well keep exploring a bit. Go ahead and grab some movement speed. We are very slow. Love the art in the background, but let's go ahead and find a fresh mine, even though I didn't fully explore that one because, well, we don't really need to. Just need to find the rest of the miners. Might as well try and destroy this thing while I kill time waiting for this to fill up here for the next wave to come in. First wave of this mission. Here they come. There's a big roar every time the wave starts. It's got these guys, little crystals on them. Okay. Not sure what the crystals are all about. So we have the Zyrex. What's the lore in the crystals going to be? First wave's not too hard. And again, it's a playtest. It really shouldn't say WWASD over here, but you know, it's a playtest. I'm sure they'll fix that in the future. Making some good progress into the mine over here now. A couple of spike guys hiding over there. We can see there's no miner inside this mine because there's nothing over here. The indicator's not here. So I'm just going ahead and looking for a bit of resources so I can have, you know, enough combat strength to fight off the guys by upgrading my machine gun. Go ahead and grab some conscious mining, so resource blocks have a 10% chance of dropping 1 additional resource. Take some more movement speed. And get some gun rotation speed as well. Get more damage from every bullet, 35% more. And now the wave is here. These guys again. Shouldn't be too hard to deal with. I will say that like the bullet impact when you get hit with a weapon, the screen shake goes crazy. I'd like to be able to like turn that down a little bit. Or maybe like a decent bit. Just giving feedback to developers, just, you know, brainstorming ideas out there. It's kind of the whole point of a playtest, to give the developers feedback. And look for bugs. That's a big one too. Look for bugs. What's this? Incubators are the source of Zyrex in the mines. These are the incubators right over here. They spawn the Zyrex. I need to destroy these to stop them from spawning. So these spiky guys and these wing guys come out of those green eggs down there. If I don't destroy those green eggs, these guys will just keep appearing. So we gotta deal with these guys. Although, it's a playtest, and here's a bug in the playtest. These spiky guys get stuck on these guys over here. I imagine by the time full release comes out, they'll fix that and they'll just kind of like roll around them like they should. So far, I'm finding all the things inside the mine are pretty easy to fight. They don't really do a lot of damage. I do have a shield that regenerates as well, which probably is why... The fact that I have a shield that regenerates is what makes it... The monsters aren't really much of a threat. Which I'm okay with. I think a lot of people that enjoyed the first Wall World, they actually like the mining being kind of peaceful. So if the monsters in here don't really pose much of a health threat, that makes it still appealing towards people that like to kind of like chill out and vibe while mining inside the mine, right? Plus, I imagine there'll be difficulty levels as well if people want them to be harder, right? Just make a higher difficulty setting. So go ahead and break this egg over here. Be careful. Look at this. See how it jumped up? The little meter over here. Every time I break one of these eggs, this jumps up. So you gotta be careful because it could trigger a wave sooner. And also, there's a new resource. It's kind of hard to see because it's hidden behind it, but we can pick these up and use them to upgrade abilities and equipment in the city. So it's a meta progress resource. Kind of hard to see it, but it's kind of behind the egg there. Already picked it up. Go ahead and break this one as well. They're pretty easy to break once you've destroyed all the guys that are around it defending it. There's the resource you saw for split seconds. I picked it up. We'll see it again later. And we find a relic. We'll go ahead and take that back. And we get the drone system. Go ahead and buy some more fire rate on my machine gun, plus 25%. Go ahead and start walking down towards another mine. Fight this wave. Also, these little gray guys over there, the ones that shoot the little things that explode in little puffs of air. Sorry, we can't go down, we gotta go up. Follow this wave. We got a new enemy over here. Pay attention to this guy over here. I can't hurt him when he's got those like rocks covering himself. He's immune to damage. But when he opens up, I can damage him, but he sends out these little tendrils. We managed to dodge them this time, but we'll see later on what they actually do when they grab us. But these little gray guys over here, there's a bug with their audio. It becomes more apparent later on. But the bug is that those little gray guys, once you like unleash them, like they make sound every time they like shoot their little puffs of air out, those little guys, every time they shoot them out, it makes some noise. And that noise apparently is global, because when I go to a future mine higher up, I will still hear these guys down here. So that is a bug in the playtest that really needs to get fixed before the full release, which I'm sure they will. If there's any like Super Wall World fans watching this video, if one of you could be so kind as to, in the comments section, put a list of all the bugs that I've encountered, and maybe if you played as well, that you've encountered, that way, and everybody else can upvote it, that way the developers can find, just like check my video, scroll down the comments, and they'll see like the most upvoted comment being like, here's a list of all the bugs that we've discovered so far. These things, their audio bug on the Great Puff Monsters, etc., etc. That'll be much appreciated, because there's a pretty good chance they'll watch this video. Not that I'm like some kind of big deal or anything, I'm just one of the most prolific Wall World 1 creators out there, so... And they're the ones who gave me the key to that and the DLC, so obviously they know I exist. Need to go ahead and go up the wall. Looks like there's a cloud here. Will there be cloud waves in this as well? In the first Wall World, every time you pass through a cloud, a wave of enemies would trigger, even if like the wave timer isn't ready. Is it a thing in this game too? It is! There's a roar, and also if you're paying attention, this jumped up a little bit, so when I triggered the cloud wave comes in, and it also advances the timer towards the next wave. So, just good to know and be aware of. Go ahead and let this thing hit me on purpose. We get... Nope, we've missed it. First wave's not too bad though, it's only the first mission. We move up into a new biome. And into a fresh mine. Different looking rocks in here. Or blocks, whatever you want to call them. And we have lava now. Environmental hazards. I guess the little gray puff monsters were kind of like environmental hazards in the lower area. Also, this is the meta currency that we picked up from those monsters, monster eggs. In the top right over here. But so far, I am thoroughly impressed with what the developers are doing so far in this. I like the idea of missions. I like everything they're doing here. It's looking great so far. I'm very excited to continue trying out what there is in the playtest. The playtest is not the full game, it's just part of the game. Go and get some more drilling efficiency, plus 25 this time. But yeah, I'll play as much of the playtest as I can, make however many videos it ends up being, and then we'll just kind of hang out and wait for the full release. I'm trying to shoot this thing over here, but I don't think we can destroy that. Waves coming in. Go and shoot these down. Another one of these guys. Two of them, actually. And another enemy type. This one seems familiar. And over here, it hits us with one of these. What it does, it just slows us down. When these grab you, we missed it that time, you can walk through them, but if they hit you directly, it just slows your movement speed. Also, these guys puff up into this thing over here. These might have been in the first game, or something very similar to them was in the first game. They shoot a lot of bullets. But I definitely remember something in the first game where, like, if you shoot it or something happens, it becomes, like, a more scary version of itself, and in this case, it shoots lots of bullets. I don't fully remember the first game what that kind of monster was. It's kind of like a late game monster, didn't show up too much. We handle this wave without a problem, though. And we go back in. Also, these little volcano things, they destroy the blocks for you. See this right here? I broke this, and all this is already empty because this lava thing had already destroyed them and freed up some of that ore inside of it for me as well, so they do a bit of mining for you. And now we have some more. Got another egg over here, the little kind of wasp-looking thing over here. The roly spiky guys. I think the lava damages the monster, because I heard the monster sound effect of it getting hurt. I think that lava's damaging those monsters down there. But we finish off the job and go ahead and pick up that resource over there. So this is what that resource looks like, that meta currency. That orb comes out of those eggs over there. I use it back at base, and I can't pick it up because you can look at my little, the meter thing on my plasma cutter. I'm full up, so I'm just kind of like hauling it behind me. Thing you can do in this game. And now I can pick it up for real and actually go ahead and deposit it. Now we have 3 of them over there. Also, this lets me know there's a miner in here somewhere. Also, I need to hurry up. I need to get 2 more miners, and we're cutting it close. You probably won't be able to fully experience it because of the way I'm making my videos. You know, the voice is louder than the sound effects or whatever. But the game music in this game is fantastic. The music is so good. I think half the reason I like this game so much is just the soundtrack is incredible in the first one, and seems to be pretty good in the second one as well. It's very much a vibe-based game. You just kind of turn the music up, relax, and vibe. Unless you like a challenge, in which case just turn the difficulty up, which I imagine I'll do at some point. Also, the lava over here kind of pins me in place a lot. It doesn't really do much damage to your shield. I think the lava also, it pushes you in a direction. I think the purpose of the lava isn't really to damage you or hurt you very much. It's just to slow your movement through the mines. It impedes your movement. Next wave is coming in. A lot of flying guys this time, but hopefully you should be okay. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, right? I mean, that is a lot of bullets. We do have green over here that we can use to repair some of the damage on Robo Spider, and we have a new enemy. It's a weird spidery looking thing with rocks on it and the crystals going on. I imagine at some point the game will explain to us what's going on with the crystals, and obviously all kinds of new Zyrex bugs out here, and we destroy those. All kinds of fun new things in the game. Oh, look at this. It's not just the little feetsies that are different because of the different things, it's also these little things over there. Right there. Little joints. Wonderful attention to detail. Get some more drilling efficiency, plus 35. Also, look at all this stuff inside of the Robo Spider. Look at all that. Kind of neat looking. I've been waiting years for this game. In the first few years, I didn't even know they were going to make a second one. I thought it was just going to be like Warworld 1, and that's it. It wasn't until earlier this year that they released that, hey, they're coming out with Warworld 2, and, you know, the hype begins, and, well, now it's almost here. We find the other miner, just chilling back here. Not sure we got the wood to make a fire, but we got it somewhere. Must have brought it with him. How'd he get stuck behind all these rocks? Must have been a cave-in. Also, once you get farther in the mine, the purple things drop a lot more purple. Don't get stuck by the lava. Can really slow you down. I mean, not really, it's a few seconds, but, you know, sometimes those seconds count. Get some more gun damage, 30%. Camera zoomed out because we're kind of reaching the top over there. This is the last mine. So by the looks of things, the missions just give you a couple of mines to go, and maybe later on missions will have like larger swaths of land to go up and down, but these early missions here seem to be like, here's just a couple of mines you're blocked from going up or down. Just get in, do the mission, and get out. I like it. Hello, lava, please. Need to hurry and find this last miner, so I'm kind of ignoring the purple resources and just kind of digging back. Find a relic over there, maybe I can grab that later. But for now, I need to hurry and find this guy. We're running out of time. Hello, that's a lot of you guys back over here. Now, if I break these eggs, it's going to advance the timer, but if I don't break them, these bugs are going to distract me forever, and also, I'm going to want these resources from the eggs, right? Just hopefully I have enough time. We break the egg, and it advances the timer over here. I heard the, like, screaming moan, which means the wave's about to start. Lava slowing me down. Drop off the relic and get a breaker generator. It's a portable seismic generator that kind of breaks the rocks and the blocks in there for me, whatever you want to call them. Wave begins. I really like this idea of the game has missions. Also, the sound effects that was really loud. I feel like some of the sound effects need some audio balancing in the game. We'll work on that. I watch out for these things grabbing us, holding me in place so I can barely move. Rock dude coming from above, but also these guys over here as well. You get away from this. Deal with you guys who've been grabbed. Shoot this guy down because he probably does damage. Maybe we let him reach us a little bit. Maybe we let him reach a little bit. He does actually a fair chunk of damage, so that guy is something to watch out for. Just kind of good to playtest and know how much damage the guys do. Playtest not just in terms of like, you know, playtesting for the devs, but also like for our own sake of like learning the mobs and whatnot. And in we go. But yeah, I would say like this right here, I don't know if it's a bug or not, maybe an audio stacking bug, but it broke a bunch of blocks at once and seemed pretty loud compared to the rest of the sound effects. Possible bug there, or maybe this sound effects file needs to be adjusted, or I don't know, maybe it's fine, who knows. Just put the idea out there. The devs can do what the devs are gonna do. Just gonna ignore that egg down there for now and keep looking to find this miner. And there he is, fantastic. Start extraction, okay. That guy's safe. Now I might as well break this egg right, because I can get its resource. Go ahead and bring that with us. Actually, there might have been like the sound effect of like when the wave starts. I think the sound effect also happens when I break one of these eggs, unless I'm imagining things. Go ahead and pick up and drop all that off. Yeah, there it is again. It's pretty loud. It's time to test the extraction that Jill spoke of. Call for extraction. Press G. Alright, so I'll press G, and it says extraction. Countdown of 60 seconds, and waves come in. Not even part of this wave, because that's like the actual, like... I think there's the wave that's coming up here, and there's like a roaming swarm. These green arrows, I walked outside and see the timer would keep going, and it did. I don't think you have to be inside of the green for the timer to continue. I think you just have to be inside of the green in order to get picked up. Also, I can buy some upgrades over here. Get some more gun rotation speed. And some more bullet spread. Now, I don't know how this works. Do I need to be inside of this green arrows at 0? Otherwise, bad things happen? Or do I just have to, like, get back to the green things when 0 happens? I don't really know. New enemy types as well. These are the explodey guys from the first game. They just have little crystals on them now. It is Wall World 2 after all. There will be a lot of things from Wall World 1 brought into Wall World 2, and I am here for it because I loved Wall World 1. A couple of quick repairs. 3, 2, 1, 0. We're inside the green when 0 happens, and in comes the air transport, and it starts to grab us, and as soon as it grabs us, we seem to be immune to damage and immune to everything, and it kind of picks us up and takes us out of there, and we've been safely extracted. And that is the completion of Mission 1. We have extraction dust, and we have dust for upgrades. Not sure what the difference is there. Resources left, does that mean we missed 5 egg things and only 5 purple? I don't understand. From now on, the wall is at your disposal. Upgrade your spider and X suit and take on jobs at the bar. Set out to explore the wall, moving deeper and deeper into unraveled secrets. Also, I'm going to do one more mission in this video. The monsters inside the wall were certainly an unpleasant surprise, but they may be the solution to all our problems. How? Certain parts of their bodies are incredibly strong and fusible, almost like metal, but very, very light at the same time. Remember, weight was the issue. We couldn't carry all our heavy old upgrades. Are you planning on melting down monsters and turning them into technological upgrades? This would solve the carrying capacity of the new spider. We'd be able to add new parts without fear of exceeding the limit. The weight limit. Just collect biomaterial and bring it to me so I can make spider upgrades. Someone was asking for you at the bar. Looks like there's a new job. Now these legs over here, they moved very, very slowly. I want the faster legs, even if it means less hit points. And somebody wants us at the bar, so let's go ahead and go over there. Jump right in. Who's this guy? What you looking at? Came to gloat at my grief? No, I just thought you might need help. Only if you can pull my lost cat out of nowhere, which I highly doubt. I've only seen cats in books. Me too. I built a drone that looked like a cat. Now this catbot just wanders around day and night, who knows where. But every morning he wakes me up, his servos purring into my ear, the jerk. He's practically family. The books say they love to roam free. Yeah, the silly thing climbed into some mine, and I lost a signal. You often dig around in mines. Can you check this one? I'll give you the blueprints. Okay, send me the coords. Go ahead and grab a drink over here. B52 increases damage by 15%. And once you drink one drink, you can't drink any other. So you pick which one drink you want for the next mission, and you drink that. And we've gone for damage increase. If I had known you could only drink one, I probably would have grabbed something else, but it's fine. Go ahead and check the lab over here. I had a brilliant idea for a brilliant weapon design recently. Just in time. Be nice to get a new alternative. Costs 5,000 dust, I've got 7,000, so I guess we did take out the full 7,000. Pulsar, Wall Digger's weapon. I guess I'm the Wall Digger. Accumulates and shoots unstable plasma clots. Upon contact with the target, the clot detonates, dealing AoE damage. Damage and area increase with the charging time. Costs 5,000, we buy it. It says unavailable in demo version. That means the upgrade is unavailable. The Pulsar itself is available. Jet boots allow you to run on horizontal surfaces. Maybe we check that out later. Looks like she has nothing to say to me. So I guess we check the rusty belt. I guess there's 3 missions available now. Got pick one. Looks like the meter's up to here, so now we've got this going on over here. We get an extra swarm. You have different difficulty levels. It's a hard, it's got 6 over there, that's got 7. I guess that's how many like different waves there are, and there's 9 waves. There's large, extra, extra large, telling you how big it is. Still learning what all this stuff means. Let's go find the catbot. We launch ourselves all the way over. I really like this design of how they like made missions work with this, but also kept you, save the catbots. Kept you inside of like the way the game works. They've done a great job here. It's that lava biome. Can't go down. And later on I find out that you can't go up either. There's only the one mine in this entire mission. And it's a big one. Right, I have the new weapon. Now I need to try it out and get the hang of it. Prepare your ears. I'll probably try to... you press C to adjust the radio menu. We'll grab the pulsar. It is incredibly loud. Hopefully I'll go through in the editing and like adjust the rest of the volume of the video to be quiet from now on, but it's crazy loud when you spam click it. Now right now I'm trying to charge up and shoot it, and I find out that spam clicking it is actually really, really strong. Possibly overpowered and broken. Maybe this needs to be nerfed to not be quite so effective. A little feedback in the playtest. I'm not sure if it's a bug or just like maybe how much damage it does when it's not charged needs to be nerfed dramatically, but like I have no upgrades in this run and I am carving through this. Or maybe this is how the developers intended it to be, I don't know. Yeah, we tried charging to full and it just, barely does anything, but you spam click it and it goes nuts. I also go back to the cutter and test out the cutter and, it does alright. Here I upgrade the plasma cutter just kind of without really thinking about it. It gets more movement speed in the mine. And I do this for quite a while in this particular thing. I upgrade the plasma cutter even though I end up using the pulsar way more. Not that it really matters a whole lot because the pulsar is kind of overpowered and broken. Because you can spam click it. I guess the developers didn't really playtest spam clicking to realize just how incredibly effective spam clicking is on this thing. So even though I don't really upgrade it for quite a while, it doesn't really matter. It's still insane. Basically, I'm upgrading the wrong mining weapon for quite a while into this mine. But it doesn't matter, because it's crazy. Open up a thing over here, use a pulsar to shoot these things, and it makes short work of the enemies as well. It's pretty broken. Not that I'm complaining, but probably should be a little bit of balance adjusted before the final release. It is fun though, and it's not like it's going through them like instantaneously. Maybe it's okay, maybe it only needs like a slight nerf. I don't know. That's for the developers and, the true playtesters to figure out. I'm like a sort of playtester, like 90% content creator, 10% playtester. Get some more movement speed, we're going to need it because this mine is huge. And the catbot is indeed in this mine somewhere. If anybody knows how long the playtest is going to be available for, like, what calendar date the developers are going to turn off the playtest, I'd love to know that. That way I can make sure to finish it before they, turn it off. Obviously, I could just, play it all at once, make a whole bunch of videos at once, but part of me wants to wait for them to, do updates on the playtest, if they're going to do updates on the playtest. I tried to join the developers' Discord to talk in there, but they've got set so you have to, verify your Discord account with your phone number, and as a content creator, I don't want my in-real-life phone number attached to anything public-facing, so I have no way of communicating with them directly. Deeper and deeper into the mine we go. Very quickly at that. Found another one of these things over here, so there's got to be an egg. Anytime you open up one of those things, find a bunch of the roly-polies or the wasp guys, that means there's at least one egg in that area. Also, as you shoot the bricks below them, the egg, things do fall down. 2 eggs over here. Here, I don't really want to break these because I've got a mission. That's me frankly spamming that try and like bring them with me, but I don't want to break the eggs because of these. It's an interesting idea that if you break the eggs, the timer advances more. Kind of a neat concept. So sometimes you don't want to break the eggs because you don't want the timer to advance. First wave of this mission shouldn't be too tough. Just, the wall crawly guys and these guys. Interestingly, so far, we're not getting any of the little teensy-tiny little wall crawlers they had in the first one. Just skipping entirely so far. Maybe we see them later. Or maybe not at all. Now the question is, do I want to break both these right now? You might as well, because otherwise they'll keep spawning these guys to bother me. I want those resources, because those are going to be how we get probably some pretty significant meta progress upgrades on our thing. Now here, some of these blocks don't actually break that fast when I spam click them. Like right here, this doesn't feel overpowered. The pulsar, I have to sit there for several seconds breaking it. So it's one of these things like, I'm not sure if the pulsar is overpowered or like maybe it's a little too strong against the small like the weaker bricks, but it's fine against like the normal sized bricks. Like some of these bricks slow me down quite a while, so I'm not entirely sure how overpowered it is, but it definitely does have an audio bug. I've seen, so we've counted what, 2 or 3 different audio bugs so far? The seismic generator goes too loud. This thing, the audio on this is way too loud when you spam click it. And then those little gray puff monsters, when those, from the previous mission, when you went out to another mine, those things, you could keep hearing their audio globally, which is, not great. So far, most of the bugs and things I'm noticing are kind of audio-based. We get the drone system. Go and get some more movement speed in the mine, plus 30%, we're gonna need it. I almost want another movement speed option to be able to get. Also, these 2 lava things dug up a lot of resources for us over there. But here we gotta spend some time just doing a bunch of mining and getting a bunch of resources. All while vaguely looking to find the catbot. Found another egg thing over here. A lot of guys behind it, but the pulsar is so strong, just instantly destroys them like they're nothing. And now we have to get back past all these lava flows slowing us down. We make it back in time. Grab a quick upgrade or 2 maybe. Plasma cutter, do we want enhanced bearings? Yeah, get some more of these for the fighting over here. Better rotation, fire rates, all that stuff. Second wave, yeah, so on the screen back there where it said times 6, times 7, times 8, that's just the number of waves I think you get. Good to know. Second wave's not too bad. I hope the game's nice and long with lots of missions to go through. I want a giant wall to explore, tons of missions, tons of areas. Oh, get off me please. But so far, Wall World 2 is everything I've been hoping for. Apart from like, couple of audio bugs. Which is fine, it's a playtest. That's the whole point of the playtest, is to fix that before the full release to the, general public. I mean, to be fair, it's a playtest that anybody in the general public can play the playtest, but like, most won't. Most people wait for the full release. Also, the game does have a light mechanic. As you get farther and farther into the mine, you probably noticed it already, it gets darker and darker, and you've just got like a flashlight pointing in front of yourself. Which is pretty neat. I don't think that was in the first game. Also, this game, I think they said it's going to have a day-night cycle, which is pretty cool. I don't think that was a first thing in the first game. Also, look at this. All the upgrades, they cost only purple. It's only get some more stuff there. For this thing of the exosuit upgrades, in the first game, they cost purple and other resources as you get farther down, like cost purple and white or the different resources. But because of the way this game works, where you're just doing missions, also you can't damage those even with the plasma cutter, the pulsar rather. Also look at like the I didn't mention already, but stuttered more. The diamond dust does crazy patterns across the screen. But yeah, because you go in and you're not going through a whole bunch of mines, they just they decided let's make it simpler to get your upgrades and have it just cost purple rather than all the other resources, which makes sense because the missions are, they're going to be shorter, right? Although time-wise, like a run of Wall World 1 usually took, you know, like an hour or so, sometimes less, a bit less or a bit more. And I'm finding the missions in this game aren't terribly different lengthwise, which I'm fine by, it seems great. But so I think the main reason isn't necessarily time of the missions, but just because in that 1 hour in Wall World 1, you're going through like dozens of different mines and like 7 different biomes or however many it was. Where so far in the missions here, you're going through like, so far we've encountered like 1 to 3 mines per mission. I imagine as we get to farther missions, there'll be more. But yeah, you know, the gameplay loop of this is a bit different than Wall World 1. Pretty similar, but a bit different, so that's why they had to make some changes. More drilling efficiency, plus 25. See if I can find this catbot in this enormous mine. Also, we are getting tons of diamond dust, almost 20,000. Part of me wonders if once they finish the playtest and they're happy with all the bugs that have been found, if the playtest will at some point in the future turn into a demo for the game. I don't know. I'm not sure if they're even going to bother the demo. I feel like with Wall World 1 and a DLC for Wall World 1 and Wall World 2 here having playtests already, like, do we really need a demo? I mean, maybe. Maybe. I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to buy it. Also, one thing I noticed, this guy's got really skinny, spindly little legs. It's funny. Was he like that in the first game? I mean, probably. Just feels like even more exaggerated here. It's one of the first things I noticed when I popped in that first mine. Get some more damage, 30% on my bullets. In comes wave number 3. Any new enemies this time? I imagine probably not, right? I don't think you're going to see new enemies at like some crazy high frequency with the way the game is designed with missions, which is fine. Pretty easy wave. Also, I like this concept of this guy here grabbing you and slowing you down as a way to like, because part of the game, like the first game, you could kind of just like run away from waves sometimes, but if that guy's always going to be a thing. Also here I kind of dabble with the cutter trying to compare, although I'm comparing an upgraded cutter, partially upgraded cutter with a pulsar that's got no upgrades at all on it yet. I didn't realize you could upgrade the pulsar until farther in the thing here. Voiceover, if you couldn't tell by the way. Yellow cursor means voiceover. Found a little hidden egg, just one tiny little room over there. The pulsar obviously is the weapon of choice against these guys over here. Making short work of them. And the egg. There's actually a lot of eggs inside of here. I feel like if mines are going to be this big, like more movement speed could be a good thing, because this mine is insanely huge, and on farther difficulty levels, this meter will be filling up faster, so getting in and out of this mine is going to be like, one of the challenging things about the first one is some of the mines and some biomes were just tremendously huge and big and deep, and this seems to be bigger than any of those. So perhaps we need some kind of like increased speed upgrade. Maybe that's a thing in the game and just we'll encounter it later. Maybe there's some kind of like meta progress upgrade that just improves your base default speed, right? Wouldn't surprise me. In fact, don't some of the drinks we looked at improve your speed, maybe? Back at the bar in the game? At like the base? Here I try the cutter out again, just going back and forth. Cutter goes through some slow. I feel like against like the denser blocks, the cutter might be better. But against like the easier blocks, the pulsar might be better, spamming it. I feel like from a enjoyment of mining perspective, different people will have different choices. Some people will like spamming the pulsar because it has an AoE cutter and like does from range. I think some people might like the cutter just because it has more of like the vibe. If you're a vibe miner, you want the cutter. If you want the plasma cutter. If you're like a chaos miner, you want the pulsar kind of deal. Gotta watch out for all these eggs, though. We're running out of time. This mine's so big, I can't even find this catbot. And also, I find this thing over here, it's kind of tricky to pay attention to where it's at. I mean, conceptually, it's pretty simple, but when you're under the threat of time, we gotta hurry up and get back just in time. Here's where I realized I can also upgrade the pulsar. Get some more blast area by 50%. When I was hovering with the pulsar, it said something about ceramic crystals, so I'm guessing the purple ones, those are called ceramic crystals. Is that like the actual lore accurate name of what the purple is? Maybe. Wave 4 here's got this guy that likes to go nuts. We managed to destroy him before he like got big and span out a bunch of bullets, so maybe it's one of these things where like you want to shoot that guy down fast before he gets big and shoots out like 80 bullets at you at one time. Kind of funny how there's this existential like bug threat and leviathans and like, let's find this guy's cat bot. I mean, I guess we're still getting useful materials that we need, so maybe it's like a 2-for-1 kind of deal. Also, even though I'm saying like certain things are loud, in the settings I have the sound effects down to like 20%. It's not like I have the sound effects at max. I've got the music at max, sound effects at like 20% volume, and it's like most sound effects is good at the volume, except for just the few things I mentioned, so those are things we like to see get fixed. Which, to be fair, it might already be on the developer's to-do list. Sometimes developers will release a demo or a playtest, and there's things that they know need fixing, but there's other things they need data on. So they just kind of go ahead with it. And developers of games usually have these huge to-do lists. Also, there's 2 eggs over here, and I kind of break them without thinking about it, and then, oops, looky here, now we are almost at the next wave, and I'm still trying to push 4 because I wasn't really paying much attention to that. Found some more guys hiding back over there. I keep pushing forward, but I should be going back. I was not paying attention to the timer here. We find some more eggs, and I just kind of mindlessly break these too. I break 4 eggs in one go, and oops, the wave started, and I'm way back in here, so you don't pay attention for a little bit, and all of a sudden, you're in a bit of trouble here. And now I got the lava flow slowing down me getting back as well. And all the while, the enemies are encroaching in while I'm panic running back. I'm like, uh-oh, we messed up. Should not have broken all those eggs at once. So basically, anytime you break an egg, before you break the egg, look at this. When you break the egg, look at this. Don't just mindlessly go in and, oh, it feels like I've got time. No, if you break some eggs... Because I was kind of like mining based on feel, like, because it felt like I had plenty of time, because I'd just gotten back in the mine, right? I slapped through, and they destroyed me before I even got there, because they were just damaging me the whole time. We failed the mission. Not a big deal. It's a playtest versus learning, right? And we go back over here, and the only thing to show we have for it is a lot more diamond dust and more of these things, which I'm sure we'll use later. If I can stutter more. Go ahead and check out some things. Pop in the lab. Let's buy some more stuff. Resource vacuum cleaner costs 5,000. We've got plenty. We definitely need to be able to hold more in our vacuum cleaner, so I go ahead and upgrade this quite a bit. Now I can only think 20. Exo turbines, might as well upgrade that. I'm not sure the Vol Digger, is that just like is that the Robo Spider? And get the jet boots as well, so maybe does that mean I can run inside the mines if I'm near the ground at the bottom? I'm not sure how that works, because it feels like most of the time the ground at the bottom is kind of bumpy. It'd be hard to run over. Also, there's other things up there as well we can get. Check those out later. Pop in the bar, no text popping up. Go ahead and grab speed for the next time. Move speed by 15% will help in that big mine if we go back in that. Maybe we start the next video with that mine, or maybe we start the next video with a different mine. Well, that's where we're going to wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Now I've got plenty more videos you can watch too. Like this one right here. See you next time.